I'd love to walk you through my experience with this amazing platform, disco.co. And so we've had a lot of members ask us about how we use this platform and why we use this platform. So we chose this platform to use for our cohort-based programs. So we run time-bound 8-week experiences for community builders to level up in community strategy design and connect with other people building communities for businesses around the world. And so we've been on this platform since 2022 now. And basically, Disco is a combination of an LMS and community software in one. So an LMS is a learning management software that takes people through on-demand courses, such as Kajabi, for example, or Teachable in that matter. And then it really combines the amazing community features of tools such as Circle and Mighty Networks and Slack in one. So it's really great for those kind of time-bound experiences, which is what we use it for. So it is a platform, basically member portal, if you will, and they use fantastic different kind of features, and their team is based on the other side of the world. And so, because we're in Australia, and so really basically, Disco means to learn in Latin, and they have really a whole different types of use cases and features and things like that. So this is obviously their website. So it really powers learning, and connection is the biggest thing. So if you're looking for an LMS and really want that community element to it, I think it's a great option. And so it has all these different kinds of features and everything, and I'll take you through basically the back end as well. But I found that their team really has this vision to empower people to have a social learning experience, not a static at home, alone, individual type experience. So let's dive into Disco. So basically this is our portal, and we basically have all of our events and members. You can see this is just the homepage, and then you can see all these learning elements in it as well. It kind of works like Slack in the way that you could have multiple communities where, I'm part of Disco Academy, and you can have multiple communities in one. And then this is where all the learning happens. So this is the admin view that you're seeing at the moment. So this will be our cohort portal. So basically we'd set up a portal, and then we'd have all these different elements. So this is basically what I see. So admin view only. So we've got 122 people from here. And, this is the welcome video that we have. And so I can kind of edit and add all of these different kind of elements. So I'd have, a back-end section where I'd edit and add all these different kind of resources, which is really helpful. And then obviously, have a welcome section with all the different kind of handbooks in here. So obviously I want people to walk through and watch some videos, and, we can add some reactions and obviously go into each kind of folder. And then we can see here, and it's got these, phenomenal different kind of features, like people can comment on them. I've got lots of analytics that I can have a look of how many views, how many plays, the watch time in that sense. So this is really helpful. I can even see who has watched it. So I love those kind of elements in there. Then, this is really where the LMS comes in, of these kind of recordings. So we can upload as many recordings as we want in all these different subsections, and then walk people through all of these. I can see who has completed them and who's going through them. So for example, we could look at a past recording, and then I love the kind of AI features that they have. So I can go, great, please generate an AI summary, and it will give me a summary, a transcript, and an overview of the whole recording really quickly. So right now, it's generate a whole transcript, and it's generate an overview, and then also time-stamped it all for, okay, cool, I want to talk about global community challenges. Let's go to this one, and it will go straight there into... So that's just wild, I think. I can add attachments and all the different elements through here, and then obviously look at the different comments that people have had a look at, which is beautiful. And then, of course, I can have a look and see, okay, cool, all these people have watched this recording. So I love those kind of settings, kind of like the back end that I can have a look at. And then I can make a prerequisite. So I can go, okay, you can this will only release after you've watched 5 other things, and then, confirmation checkbox and stuff. So I can really gate a lot of content as well, which is cool. And then, obviously, there are all these different modules, and then you kind of have a member directory as well. So this is really helpful, and it's paramount that everyone creates their photo when they join, and in that whole onboarding system, I can just easily invite new members by an email, do bulk upload. This is super easy, and customize all of this. So I find that really helpful, and then I can have a look And then obviously it does a whole application management system. So if you run a program and you need to have an application and then review the application and then it's paid and then you accept people and send all the emails, you can automate all of that in Disco. I'm just showing you once they've landed in here. So obviously there's all of those elements. Yeah, you can have a whole events calendar in here in that sense. And then you can also have DM. So this is kind of where Slack comes in. And then this would be basically, like all of the admin elements as well. So you can, really see all the different back-end features and have a look at the activity. And then if I go into actual settings, let's have a look. Profile, add new, admin. Oh yeah, so this is then, I can have a look at all the different automations that I want to set up. So we've set up automations for our welcoming, the emails and things like that. They get an automatic welcome message. I can then look at all the insights in the back end. And if I ever have a question, their team is super responsive. You can also contact them. You can book a demo. I'm directly connected with their co-founder. I really love that. I find that some other platforms, you might have to submit a ticket and it might take like 2 weeks for them to get back to you and you never really know who's speaking to you and you have to wait a long time. That's just not the case with Disco. And then they have this incredible Disco AI feature that I'm obsessed with. So Disco integrates with our Slack and then it gives me a co-pilot. So I'll show you in here what that looks like. So now we're in our cohort Slack. And basically, this is the co-pilot. So I create a private channel. And then what we're looking at is Disco will have a look and it will just be a bot in the back of Slack that no one else can see except me in this private channel and our alumni mentors. And basically, Disco will monitor for anyone that posts in Slack. So if someone posts in Slack saying, for example, I put a post in about partnerships. I said, hey, this might be a great resource about partnerships. This is something that we did. And then Disco AI will automatically look at that post and then it says, it gives me a draft reply and tags people that would be beneficial for this. So AI has written, thanks for sharing this resource, Paz. It's great to see the valuable resource. And then it tags Lucy and says, oh yeah, she previously spoke about partnership metrics. Ben, also shared insights on metrics. Maybe this resource would be beneficial for them. And then basically what I can do is I can, copy and paste here. I could go to this specific Slack thread here, and then I could just paste it in here and go, great, thanks. Obviously thanks Paz from Paz. I'm not going to do that. But what I find really helpful here is when we have multiple members joining from our intros channel and we have multiple, posts and people introducing themselves from hundreds and hundreds. Oh my God, there's just so many. But what happens is there are basically replies from Disco AI that says from the co-pilot, oh, great, like Paz just joined. Paz, based on what her interests are and what she's building and where she is, she should connect with, Doug, Tanya, and Stacy. And Disco AI will automatically tag those people and it will send us this private message. Then myself and all our alumni mentors will start replying and connecting everyone. So you just have hundreds of people connecting and it's phenomenal. So it's not taking over and replacing our responses. And of course, we're going to review it. So it doesn't happen automatically because I think AI still has a long way to come before it's just, ready to be posted instantly. But I love these kind of features. And then as well, Disco has a mobile app, which is fantastic. So people can listen to all of our recordings like a podcast, download everything, connect with members and have it on the go. So that's its own app, not just a web platform that I find super helpful. And then, of course, there's heaps of integration. So if you need to integrate your backend into Slack, Stripe, Zapier, Zoom, Google Analytics, you can do all of that. Obviously, you can customize the domain and all of your logos and the colors and things like that. And then, obviously the settings are pretty robust in terms of what you want it to be as well. And then, it kind of just has like this back-end dashboard of all the data. So I love this platform. I find it really helpful. And then in terms of when you're also building, there's something that I haven't showed, I guess, as well, is like if you're building, so let's say I wanted to add a new app, I could then add like a feed for people to talk. I could add a whole channel so people could this technically could replace Slack if I wanted to. I could embed Airtable directories, which I love, or just not new content. Or I could embed like a bunch of a whole Miro board, Google Docs, a Discord if I want. And so I find this super helpful for integrating onto a lot of tech stack that I already use. And eventually I'd love to just move everything onto Discord, but yeah, we're not there yet. So I'm a massive fan. Let me know if you have any other questions. Just book a demo with their team, let them know Paz sent you, and just chat with them. They're really helpful to kind of understand your use case and if it's worth it or not. And just have fun.